If I'd have known this was going to be the last time me and Bubba was going to talk, I'd have thought of something better to say.
Hey, Bubba. Hey, Forrest. Forrest. What just happened?
You got shot. Then Bubba said something I won't ever forget.
I want to go home.
Bubba was my best good friend. And even I know that ain't something you can find just around the corner.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy from the Quartering in Full Disheveled mode, as I was just out playing with the doggo. I know he's got probably days, maybe a few weeks left, so I'm doubling up his park time and trying to spend more time with him. So that's what we did today. He's currently all tuckered out at my feet. It's rare when I get to go to battle for a friend of mine. This channel has at times, I wouldn't say it's like my primary focus, but it has at times been a place where people look to when their channels, for example, get hijacked, or when people get wronged by the YouTube system. And many times YouTube has in fact replied to me, and I think I've found a good recipe. That recipe will be pinned in the pinned comment below. Simply by getting enough interaction on the video and then tweeting out the video and tagging Team YouTube, things seem to be resolved more often than not, actually. And so I get a lot of people are reaching out to Team YouTube, and then I get, that creators big and small, it's tough to get their attention, but we've done a good job at that, and I'm hoping we can do that again, because a good friend of mine, Mr. Dankula, you may know him from his promotional spot with the flashlight company that's coming up. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a pretty interesting promo and in-depth review that he's agreed to do. This is just what I've heard. He obviously, many people know him or came to know of him through his pug video, which spawned a ridiculous amount of craziness, a lawsuit, having his channel demonetized on YouTube. And through all of that, people became, he endeared himself to many people because he's a cool dude and his content is great, far superior to mine. His Absolute Mad Lad series is a must see. And we also do a podcast together. A lot of people, it's a joke between Bearing, him, and I that we've been doing this podcast for like over a year. Nobody knows about it. But if you can find the YouTube channel, it's out there. Okay, sorry, I don't have the soundboard here. So Dank actually put out a video, a tweet. And then obviously we talked in the DMs. But he put, so YouTube creators, let me get this straight. The pug video got removed a very long time ago, as in completely deleted from the channel. Not even listed in the videos. I was fine with that. Now, out of the blue, you've given me a strike for a video you removed like a year ago. The weirdest thing about this is when the original video got removed, I checked Video Manager and it wasn't even there. So I assumed YouTube just fully deleted it. Turns out apparently it was still there in the YouTube servers. I just had no access or visibility to it. This means that I personally had absolutely no way of removing the video myself, as I assumed it was permanently deleted. YouTube just fully has it from me. Oh, hides it, I think it means, from me and my Video Manager. And YouTube has now decided to strike me for it. This is BS, and I promise you they won't respond. And I asked him what he meant by that, and he says that there's been many times he's asked for a reply and they don't reply to him. But hilariously, he even followed up with the meme. Hey, Team YouTube, I'm having trouble with my YouTube Red subscription. Because the meme is, of course, they always reply to that, right? Right? No. They actually did reply to that. They replied to that, but not the above thread with 4,500 likes. Actually, I should be sharing this. and convenient 666 retweets. He then put out a video that provides a lot more context, which I will link in the description below here, because ultimately he talks about some really important things. Here's another perfect example. Here's Liberty Doll. Nice to know YouTube is on task. Just let me know they've finished this review from January 2019. After manually reviewing your video, we've confirmed that it isn't suitable for advertisers. The reality is, with YouTube, they're never going to be able to monitor everything on a one-to-one basis. Bots will have to be involved. It's just the way it is. However, when those bots make mistakes, that's when real humans need to be involved, need to be a fail-safe for this system. In just the past week, we've talked about several channels that have been removed, essentially. Sargon's channel, iHypocrite, Louis Laval. Now Count Dankula is randomly seeing some level of persecution. Before I get into the big-brained side of this, please leave a like, a comment on this video, and check the pinned comment, because there you'll find Count Dankula's second channel. Don't tell him he's got a second channel, okay? So you'll find that. You should definitely subscribe to that too. I feel like that's the best way we can help him, because if he had a different channel, hypothetically, where ads show, that would be a great thing for him and his family. You know, they're trying to have a kid. They are now, as put out publicly, they're having some troubles, and they have to do IVF, I think it's called, some very expensive, complicated medical procedures. And if he did have a different channel out there that had ads on it, I mean, I'm not saying he does, but I would probably subscribe to that and support it myself. But that's neither here nor there. The interesting thing is here, as more and more bots seem to, in my opinion, continually target the same people, it does like, I don't like this whole, I don't like pushing theories, all right? I don't like the whole, they're out there, you know, so-and-so's funding this, or follow the money. I've never really been that guy, unironically. I mean, I enjoy them, you know, watching them on documentaries about them and things like that, but it's seriously questionable because, you know, Team YouTube, obviously this is a mistake. To me, it would appear that this strike has been manually applied in the same like 14-day window now, where they won a lawsuit that against PragerU that says, you know, hey, the First Amendment doesn't apply to YouTube. Then all of a sudden, it seems like like, I'm just saying, I don't have any evidence of this. This is just how Jeremy feels, okay? And if you feel the same, you know, let me know in the comments. It feels like these gentlemen are being targeted. That's what it feels like to me. I'm not saying I have any evidence of it, unlike, obviously, that, you know, Keemstar struck down several videos on YouTube. That I know happened for a fact. You know, I'm not going to show you my evidence, but definitely, you know, unless he makes a video defending himself on YouTube, we'll just assume that he did it. But I don't have any evidence of this, but you do have a pattern, right, where people who are anti-establishment, in particular, you could also point to a guy like Styx Hexenhammer, right? A guy like Styx Hexenhammer, his channel has basically completely stopped growing. Now, I don't want to throw myself into the same group with all these guys, because I think they're all far better content creators. But also, the week after they won that lawsuit, my channel has not grown at all. Last month, I was gaining 500 to 800 subscribers every single day. This month, I haven't even gained 1,000 subscribers yet. It's curious. It's very curious. Views are down because I think news isn't as interesting, but it's very curious that, like magic, my channel growth completely stopped. Count Dankula talks about that in his video too. To me, it feels like, as Dank puts it, we have to play YouTube on hard mode, because maybe we're not family friendly, but I think all of us are relatively careful on the things that we say, but we're just not people that carry the approved message. And we end up in this weird corner of YouTube that is quarantined in many ways. And I wouldn't be surprised if information came out about this down the road, about some sort of quarantine. I mean, you can look at Styx's channel. He puts excellent content out, well thought out. His retention times are good. Nothing. For whatever reason, my channel completely stopped being recommended in the last week or two. Will I ever be able to prove that it was some sort of, you know, maybe they were mad that I called out the way their manual review system worked. Maybe they were mad that I made fun of virtue signaling. I don't know. But it seems like everything's gone downhill after they won this lawsuit. Again, I can't connect these things, but this is why I support websites like BitChute and Library. And Library sent me an awesome gift. I'll show it to you guys on Monday as a founding member of it. They sent me a cool gift. BitChute, I now have over 20,000 subscribers. But the reality is we all have to stay and fight. The answer isn't to run away. The answer is to stay and fight and continue to provide our support for alternative platforms. And until the day that they finally come for me, I'm going to be on here promoting, you know, my BitChute page, my Library page, and whatever, Brighteon, whatever comes around. Just know that I'm on these platforms. I support them financially via Subscribestar. I give both of them money every single month. I promote my channels there, and I don't care if my viewers leave me to watch me over there. It doesn't matter to me. You guys all support me on Subscribestar, or you let me run ads, maybe like one from earlier today that a lot of people don't love, but you just understand that, like, who cares? It's 30 seconds in a video, and it helps pay for, you know, exclusivelygames.com, which is a website that I'm paying for now. And, you know, that's a completely ideologically free video game website. We stay here because we have to stay here. The answer isn't to run away. It's to stay and fight and do the best we can to let others know about alternatives that exist. Dank, I stand with you. I sincerely hope Team YouTube removes this. But in the event that they don't, definitely, you know, I'm not saying he has one, but, you know, there's another channel out there that maybe will be linked in the description that you might want to check out. Look forward to your big review video coming out next month, Dank. Looking real forward to it. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.